Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to this Coaching with Sarah call. So this question comes from Jenny, and she says, how do you handle or would recommend handling overwhelm that can lead to negativity? Autoimmune challenges, along with everything else life throws at you, like job hunting challenges, other people's attitudes, etc. This seems to be my roadblock to feeling healthy lately, and I'm noticing some flares and symptoms. So I want to actually share a story with you, my real life story, in order to answer this question. So the other day, this was just last week on Wednesday, I think, and I had some roadblocks. I had some of that overwhelm, and it definitely crept up on me, and it was kind of like one thing after the other, and you're like, what is happening in this day? So here's what happened. My web developer we've been back and forth, and basically the launch of my new website has been about 2 weeks delayed. And he wasn't getting back to me, and I was like, I just want to launch my program. Please help me. So there was frustration there. And I got a parking ticket. In downtown Boulder, Colorado, for parking on a white line. The parking ticket was for being double parked when I had a tire on the white line. And I was inside of where I was going for maybe 5 minutes, and I managed to get a ticket in that time. Then I went and got my ring cleaned, my engagement ring, because I was leaving to go wedding dress shopping the next day. And I left, and within an hour after leaving, getting my ring cleaned, I turned my ring and I noticed that I lost a diamond, one of these diamonds in my engagement ring. And that morning I had woken up and I had dislocated like a rib in my back, like an upper rib. And I had radiating pain around to my front, and my chest was so tight and so painful, I felt like I could not move. So those were a few of the things that were happening in my day. And here's how I could have reacted. Here's what I could have done. I could have felt really bad for myself for being in pain. I could have whined about my pain. I could have complained. I could have gotten pissed off. I could have worried way too much. I could have sent a nasty email to the web developer and been not ever thought about what he had going on in his life. I could have tracked that meter maid down and yelled at her and been pissed off at her. I could have held anger towards her just internally. I could have called the jewelry shop that cleaned my ring and jiggled loose the diamond, which then caused me to lose a diamond, and I could have gotten pissed at them and blamed them for losing a diamond on the ring. And like there's so many stories that we can create. There's so many reactions that I could have had that would not have served me. So here's what I did instead. I realized that with the web developer that maybe I didn't need to have my brand new website up and running in order to launch this next program. I'm launching the Healing Activation Portal. And I then instead put myself into the shoes of my developer, which allowed me to realize that maybe he's freaking busy too. Like I'm busy, he's probably busy as well. And that maybe there was also some symbolism behind not getting my launch out as quickly as I wanted. Maybe I needed to process some stuff first before I went into full-on launch mode. I'm still not in full-on launch mode, and last week it was killing me on Wednesday. I was like, I just want to launch. And now I found deep peace and acceptance that I needed to go on this trip home before I went into launch. I also paid the $15 ticket instead of getting pissed off. I mean, truthfully, I'm a human, so I went and I saw the ticket on my card and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, right? But then I realized that $15 was nothing to me. Like, I value and I respect and I honor money, but it was not a big deal for me to pay $15 for a parking ticket. And that parking ticket goes to a good cause to help provide jobs for people, and that it helps keep the city clean, amongst other things. And I blessed the woman who gave me the ticket, because probably she was trying to hit a quota, or maybe she was having a really fucking bad day and she just wanted to put that on other people, like people who park on white lines on accident in the snow. And maybe she just needed to get that out of her system. And while we should not be punching bags for other people, I can send her angels, I can bless her, and realize that she might have been having a really, really bad day. I also called the jewelry shop and I was like very, very nice. And I said, oh my gosh, the diamond came out of my ring. Like, I think it might have slipped loose when you guys were cleaning it. What can we do to solve this problem? Working in partnership with them, not blaming them. And they were like, oh my God, come back right away. We will replace it for free. No problem. They put the diamond back, a new diamond back into my ring. No charge. Super easy fix. I didn't have to overreact. It would have been inappropriate for me to overreact. And then my radiating pain in my chest from that popping a rib out, I went to the chiropractor. So I just fucking did something about it, right? Like, we can choose to sit in our pain and do nothing, or complain, or like wallow and be in pity and be victim and get pissed off at our body or whatever that is, or we can do something about it. And while there's not always a quick solution, I decided that I was going to find a solution that would at least help ease that pain. Went to the chiropractor. They got me in an hour later. Pop, pop, pop. Bam, bam, bam. I was still very, very, very tender and like bruised on my front from it happening. But I felt so much better that I could get on a plane the next day and not be in so much pain. So just freaking do something about it, right? So I believe, and this is my long answer to your question, Jenny, I believe that we always have the choice on how we react. We always get to choose how we react. We do not always get to choose our circumstances, or if we get $15 tickets for parking on a white line, or that we lose a diamond in our ring. We don't get to choose all of that, but we always get to choose how we react to those things. Always, always. That is always in your control. It is the one thing that we have control over in our entire lives. All other control is an illusion. We only ever have control over how we react to our things and our own emotions. So we can see the world as working against us, or we can see the world as working for us. That is up to you, my friends. And so again, to answer Jenny's question, how would I handle or recommend handling overwhelm that can lead to negativity? I recommend seeing the world as working for you instead of against you, and knowing that you always have the choice on how you react, so that you can react from an empowered place instead of one of the victim, or one that is overwhelmed or stressed, etc. Yes, we have negative emotions in our life, and we're allowed to have negative emotions in our life, but we always get the choice to flip that story and how long we wallow in that. So I hope that has been helpful for you, Jenny. Thank you so much for asking this question. This was a great question, and I'll see you guys in a second here for some more coaching with Sarah.